date according to building regs. So obviously now you know that, then you can obviously say, well, hey, look, you know, I'm buying this house, the septic tank that is attached to your house isn't man enough, it isn't of a legal size, we need to replace it. To replace it is going to cost X amount of money. Let's say it was going to cost you, I don't know, 8, 9, 10,000 quid to replace the system. You can then say, look, you know, we've got 3 quotes here, 10,000 quid. We want to reduce the price of your house by 10,000 quid because that's what we're going to have to fork out after we buy your house. So you see where I'm going with all these questions, can't you? So okay, what sewage system does a house have? What's it made from? The capacity of it. All right, now you need to ask, where does it discharge to? Again, a very important question. Where does it discharge to? Because if your septic tank discharges into a watercourse such as a ditch, a river, a brook, a stream, a culvert, whatever, if it will be illegal from the 1st of Jan 2020. And that's of serious concern to you, because what's the point of buying a house where the sewage system that is connected to it is illegal, right? So where does it discharge to? Okay, so you could also add to that, is it close to a watercourse? All right, so where does it discharge to? Is it close to a watercourse? And that's very, very important, because from the 1st of Jan, as I just said, if it goes directly into a watercourse or it's within 45 feet of a watercourse, it will then become illegal. So again, if it's illegal, you can approach the people and say, hey, look, your septic tank's going to be illegal in 5 months' time. We need to replace it. It's going to cost 15 grand, 10 grand, 15 grand, whatever it is, to relocate it, to redo it. We need to knock the price of your house down accordingly. Okay, so these are very, very important questions. Next question you need to know is the condition of the septic tank or the sewage treatment plant. And attached to that, you can also put how often is it maintained. You could even put under there, or serviced. All right, maintained. How often? Can you still see that on the board? Yeah. How often is it maintained or serviced? And that's very, very important, because, right, septic tanks should be sucked out or desludged every year. Some people lift their lid and see the septic tank's full of water and they think, oh my gosh, we've got to get it emptied. No, 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 it doesn't work like that. Septic tank is always full of water. That's how they work. They're always 3/4 full or more. Now, what we're saying is, over the course of the year, all the fat and the grease and the sludge build up in a septic tank. And it has to be, that sludge and the fat and the grease has to be sucked out and desludged once a year. So you can ascertain how well they've maintained it by septic tank emptying receipts. All right, very important. So those septic tank emptying receipts will actually show you how often they've had it serviced or maintained. So if they've only had it done once every 5 years, once every 3 years, once every 10 years, then you know for a fact that the soakaway is going to be in a poor state of health. It's going to be in bad condition. So let me explain why. Let's say you ate junk food all the time, every day of your life, right? You know for a fact that over time your arteries are going to be clogged up with cholesterol, and it's the same with the soakaway. Over time, the arteries of the soakaway will be become clogged up with fat, grease, and sludge. And so if they're not getting that emptied every year, you can go to them and say, look, building reg states that you should be emptying your septic tank once a year, minimum. Because you haven't been doing that, we know for a fact that the arteries will become clogged up. So I want to put in a new soakaway, or I'm going to consider putting in a new soakaway. New soakaway is going to cost me 5, 6 grand, whatever. We need to renegotiate the price of your house based on the fact of your septic tank emptying receipts. Okay, so this is all reasonable and logic, and it's saving you money, right? It's saving you getting stung. It's saving you moving into a house where there's a problem waiting to happen, you know? So how often is it maintained or serviced? So let's say they've got a sewage treatment system, an electric one. They need, building reg states that electric sewage treatment plants must be serviced and maintained once a year by an approved servicer. So because an electric sewage treatment plant has got cogs and gears and pulleys and belts and motors and compressors and all kinds of mechanics and stuff like that inside it, right? If they're not serviced and looked after, like if we never serviced our car and took it for our yearly service, it would soon clog up and stop working. The same as a sewage treatment plant. They need to be able to show you receipts, right? They need to be able to show you. I'm having trouble spelling again, hold on. Oh man, receipts. Oh man, it's not a good spelling day today, but let me just try that again. Okay, so they need to show you receipts, right? I don't think I've even spelled that right, but you get the point. Maybe that's the new way to spell receipts. But if they can't show you receipts that they've had an engineer out every year, twice a year, then you know that the sewage treatment plant is going to be in bad condition, in poor health. So these are the questions, these are typical questions that I would ask my solicitor to ask the people who own the house that I'm looking to buy. You will thank me for this, I tell you, because from these questions, you can ascertain the health of the sewage system that's connected to the property you're buying. So there you go. I hope that's helped you today. We've looked at questions to ask if you're buying a house with a septic tank. The next broadcast I'm going to do, which will be later or tomorrow, will be selling a house. If you're selling a house with a septic tank, right, and the people are asking you these kind of questions, I'm going to show you, I'm going to show you how you can bring your septic tank and sewage treatment plant or whatever up to scratch, and how you can answer these questions in such a way where the people buying your house aren't going to knock you down 10, 15, 20, 25,000 quid. All legal and legit and above board. So if I was buying a house, these are the questions I would ask. If I was selling a house, right, I would be aware of the questions that the people are going to ask me, right? So there's certain things that I'd have to put in place and do so I could correctly answer these questions, so I didn't have to reduce my house. So I've been on both sides of the fence on this one. So I hope this helps you. So as I said, if you want more information, then just go to septictank.co.uk, where you get loads of more free videos. You've got Septic Tank TV. Just type in Septic Tank TV on Google and you'll find my Septic Tank TV channel there. And I hope that's helped you. So listen, have a great day today. Thank you very much for watching this live broadcast, and I'll speak to you soon.